I believe you know I have been campaigning that the United Nations organization should be dissolved or should be a restructured. If it should not be dissolved, it should be restructured. United Nations came into existence because of the failure of the League of Nations. When the League of Nations failed, those world power, those power mongers, quickly dissolved it and created the United Nations organization in order to fit some of their partners into it. And when they did that, I came now to discover that the atrocity of the United Nations is more than the atrocity of the League of Nations before it was dissolved. But they refused to take any decision, even to restructure it. They refused to do it. And the General Assembly has just ended. And all the world leaders were there presenting their speeches. They make a lot of complaints against the United Nations. If you talk about all the 193 AA members of the United Nations, at least 160 complaints against the United Nations organization, especially the United Nations Security Council. Many of them complained about the failure of the United Nations to implement the payment concerning climate change, those causing the atrocity that we are having today on earth. Refuse to compensate those who never contributed to the atrocity of climate change. They complain, they have been complaining and complaining and complaining. But since United Nations is just an organization created to manipulate the third world country so that they will remain poor. And this is my message to all the third world country. The United States of America and all developed countries would never in any way allow any third world country to become developed country. They want them to remain there because they are benefiting from their poverty. They are benefiting from their underdevelopment. They are benefiting from the illnesses that they are creating and sending. They are benefiting from everything. Third world country, poor countries are companies, big industry for developed country. And they don't want you people to be rich, to be developed. And then my message is that what? If all that you people have tabled before the United Nations this 2023, if they fail to, I am pleading with you all to boycott the next General Assembly coming in 2024. That all third world countries, especially Africa, should boycott. Because you people have been complaining against the United Nations Security Council. They refuse to listen. The United Nations was created to prevent a conflict. But the United Nations allow conflict to go on. And what they have been saying and keep on saying is they condemn. And power mongers keep on killing the innocent one. Look at what the people of Ukraine are going through. Look at what the people of Africans are going through. Because they were hoping and looking up to the United Nations. But the United Nations failed. And I am saying that what? You people have been going there. Every year, you gather and the taxpayer money, travel with it to the United States of America. You squander it all there. And then return back home empty. At the detriment of your own common people. And every year you keep on complaining about one and the same thing. The United Nations Security Council, the objective of the United Nations, the failure of the United Nations, but no adjustment. So, to me, if the United Nations fail to take into consideration all that you people have tabled before then, this year, 2023, you people should boycott. If you believe and you are not feeling the pains, know that the common people are feeling it. All the countries gather in United States of America. And the money they gather and use for traveling, for their feeding, for their staying there, can be a school, can construct a better hospital, equip hospital in their own countries, can construct a road, a better road, can provide potable water, drinking water, electricity, and food to the common people. But they gather the money to United States of America, squandered it there, is finished everything, cry and table their complaint, and return back home. And the United Nations squeeze everything and throw it in the dustbin, waiting for them to come next a year. And they are happily coming. And those who were not invited or never have the opportunity to be there, sit home and they were crying. And all countries struggle by all possible means to send a representative. And they were representative. They table their complaint. And the United Nations, knowing well fully that they are not out to help anybody, but to push all below poverty lines, to create diseases and conflict all over the world, keep on deceiving the people. I am still on my point that the United Nations organization needs to be dissolved or restructured. It needs to be restructured. You cannot have a United Nations Security Council without a whole continent represented. The whole Africa, there is nobody there as a permanent member of the United Nations organization. It is discrimination. It is unfair